Welcome back to Moose on the Loose. My name's David, and today's top stories, we've got a mixed bag of miscellaneous clips here. We've got some corrupt liberals, we've got some more Palestine protesters. Let's jump into this. First, we've got a clip of David Menzies grilling Trudeau's security detail.
Can you give a ticket to this guy? He's idling his vehicle. Oh, sir, why are you idling your vehicle? There's a bylaw about that.
Oh, really? So basically, you jacked up the car?
Another coward.
Next clip we've got here is more Palestine protesters colliding with this Jewish synagogue. So you can see there's a synagogue property. They're going on to it. They start to collide.
Oh my God.
Stole the flag.
Oh my God, they're going right onto the shul property. They stole my flag.
All trespassing on the synagogue property. Police are useless.
This stuff is getting out of hand, and having these battles across multiple different countries, like, I get trying to bring awareness, but I mean, when you're welcomed into someone's house, say someone invites you for dinner, you don't go in there and start flipping tables and just smashing dishes, or the person won't like you. Next up, we've got a clip here. This is funny. This is really funny. So this is Emmanuel Macron. This is France's leader, horribly woke, and this is Zalinsky of Ukraine, and just watch this. Okay, we're gonna have to mute that because it's probably copyrighted. Look at, he just keeps holding his hands. What are they, slow dancing? It just keeps going and going, then it turns into hugs. And then another hug. Guys, get a room. Jeez, what is going on here? Look at this. He goes for his hands again. He's like, let me touch those soft hands. This is the most bizarre interaction I've ever seen from two heads of state here. Oh, I got it. Bring it in again. Next up, we got a post here, which I thought was interesting. Summary of the cost of living in Canada. Family of four estimated monthly cost $4,951. And I guess this must be an American. Yeah, it's an American. So it converted to Canadian, 6,201. Single person estimated monthly cost, 3,479 Canadian. Cost of living in Canada is more expensive than 84% of countries in the world. 16 out of 92. So thanks, Trudeau, for destroying our country. We've got more Palestine protesters. And so what I didn't understand is when yesterday I made that video on the protests in Parliament, Trudeau, the day before, had basically conceded. He's like, okay, we'll start giving money back to UNRWA so they can start giving out supplies. But then there were still these huge protests. I'm like, why would you protest after he just gave you what you want? But it turns out, I think this was a big stage thing globally. All the Palestine protesters across the world are wreaking havoc in all the streets. This one here, you got... It's the same thing, chanting the drums. This is in Hollywood. We've got... So these people are blocking the Oscars. This one is interesting. This is in Norway. Look at this. So apparently 25,000 people there. We've got another one here, Los Angeles. We got another one here. More of the same stuff. Oh, this is at MIT.
The Palestinian blood, your hands are washed with Palestinian blood.
This is in UK.
With Palestinian blood, your hands are washed with Palestinian blood. it down! Shut it down!
Wow, people are blocked.
It's amazing! If you want to take the work over there, but stay tight! Stay together!
Now what's dangerous about this is, I'm guessing the Palestine protesters in the front line there, and then they're blocking it. When you block people from making a living, especially after you were welcomed into a country, is a bad move. Don't do that. Don't do that. What I noticed on this other video up here in Norway, and a bunch of these videos, there's now calls for mass deportation of Palestinians. That's what a lot of these citizens want. So you got to be careful with these giant protests, because you're welcomed into someone's country and then you're blocking the streets and wreaking havoc. People don't like it. Obviously understand what's going on over there is very bad, but... So that's Detroit, and this one is in London. It's more of the same stuff. What else we got here? This one, New Jersey. This is an interesting shot here in Bogota, Colombia. I actually nearly almost went to film some videos there a long time ago, a few years ago.
Send it to Mike.
Yeah, I will. We've got a protest in Roblox because, yeah, jeez, this is crazy, man. This is in, yeah, Oscars. This one's crazy. This is in Britain. You gotta wonder if this bridge is rated to hold that much weight. I know it's meant to carry big trucks and stuff, but this is an old bridge and that's a lot of people. This is one of the craziest ones. So this is a massive protest happening across Yemen. Millions march. That is a lot of people. This looks like a little airplane, which makes no sense to me. Wow, look at this, just all the way down. Unreal. There's a shot from Puerto Rico. This is in Melbourne. This is in Paris. This is in Jordan.
بالله عليك صوتك خلي خيانة رج الأرض رج من أجل فلسطين ومن أجل المقاومة.
This is in Charlotte, United States. That's a lot of protesting. I think that's actually far more effective to do all of that on one day versus like the every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday that goes on in Canada here, where it's just endless protesting. I sure hope there's an end to that conflict and this can all come to a stop. Next up, we've got a clip here of Justin Trudeau making out with this guy. I don't know what this is for or why he just kissed this guy, but looks like he's comfortable in the moment. Perhaps this had something to do with his wife leaving him. The main story we've got here is the Governor General, Mary Simon. This is Trudeau's Liberal appointed Governor General. She is an absolute crook. She is poised to pocket an extra $11,200, a raise of 11 grand. But not only that, she's given herself raises year after year after year since she's had this position for the last multiple years to a staggering $362,800. Marks her third salary increase since 2021. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you? People are suffering. This money could be put to much better use. Just absolute greed. So she got a raise before of $9,500. She's got to jack that up. She's grossed $34,000 in raises in the last 5 years at her service at Rideau Hall. There she is with capital crook number 1. And you can see here, received a $40,000 pay bump during the COVID pandemic. It says here from 2019 to 2022, she went from $302 to $342 annually. That is just disgusting. Nobody in the government should be getting paid that much, let alone what you're about to see next here is she spent $3 million in travel expenses. Like, what? Includes 4 junkets abroad, 17 trips within Canada, among them a $1.17 million bill for diplomatic junket to Dubai. Cost of in-flight catering totaling $93,118 for beef Wellington, fresh salmon, and gourmet cakes with fresh wine. Give me a break. We want our money back. Once we get Pierre in power, it's time to put these people in jail. The year prior, she billed $801,418 to attend a Frankfurt book fair in Germany. Really? That's what you're spending our money on. You didn't make this, lady. That's our money. Expenses include a $20,000 banquet for the dignitaries. This woman is just so horribly corrupt. Despite public outcry, the Commons Government Operations Committee rejected calls to itemize Simon's spending. She won't itemize it because she's a crook, which jumped 11% to a whopping $37.6 million. The Commons Government Operations Committee recommended Rudy Hall report quarterly on the travel costs and publish an annualized report on its activities, including financial statements with itemized costs. Cabinet rejected the proposal. How about we throw them in jail and reject their pleas not to? On top of all this, since 2017, so you got 2 of Trudeau's corrupt Liberal Governor Generals here, they billed the taxpayer $88,000 on ceremonial and personal clothing items. $88,000. What are these gold encrusted clothes? Mary Simon spent $37,000 on a new wardrobe, including silk jackets and $280 shoes. She expensed those purchases to taxpayers in spite her generous salary, $40,000 worth of clothes. Not only that, she spent, get this, $117,000 on dry cleaning over the past 5 years. We have to sue all these liberals to get our money back. Like, this ridiculous. You don't get to get away with that. I'm sorry, but you do not get to get away with that. Speaking of criminals, we've got these guys in Burlington, Ontario, stealing an ATM because catch and release, no problem. So they back up the truck. This guy's running in with some sort of cable or something. He smashed the window. He's tying up an ATM right now with a chain. You can hear the chain. Yeah, here he goes. Look at that thing fly. That was crazy, man.
You guys are so stupid. The cops are coming, you dumb.
This is Canada. This is Justin Trudeau's Canada. Crime pays. Crime really does pay. You can see it right there. These guys got a whole bunch of money. Crime pays. From Justin Trudeau's Canada. As this comment states, what happened to this country? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. We've got an update here on a previous story I shared. Remember that receipt where there was a 2% carbon fee? Well, it turns out the Toronto Goodfellas restaurant have removed that after public backlash. You can't mess with the people. Can't mess with the people. A staffer explained that the public backlash forced the restaurant to cancel the fee, at least for now. In the future, he said the carbon levy might be brought back as voluntary as opposed to a mandatory fee. Yeah, okay. Finally here, we need something nice and light and funny, and that's exactly what we got here. We got Justin Trudeau's tampon commercial. This is a deep fake. Somebody obviously, stitched his face in there. This is funny.
Does your life change once a month because of your period? Still using pads? Let me tell it to you straight. Tampax can change the way you feel about your period. Tampax tampons protect internally, so you feel cleaner. No pad can do that. Feeling cleaner is more comfortable. Plus, more women use Tampax than any other tampon or pad. Now that's something. Remember, there's a feeling with Tampax. It can actually change the way you feel about your period. Does your life change once a month because of your period? Still using pads? Let me tell it to you straight. Tampax can change the...
It's surprisingly believable. It keeps getting closer and closer, and the face is just, it's like, it's so believable. Look at this. Oh, this is probably one of the better ones I've seen. And there's also this. Well, that's what I got for you guys today. More protesting. Hopefully that stuff dies down. Hopefully there's just a resolution and just be done with all that. As we inch closer to April 1st, when the carbon tax goes up 23% and the Liberals also give themselves a nice hefty pay raise, I can only imagine that things are going to get much worse. So they're definitely going to be going downhill. Once the prices start spiking up, I don't know. I'm curious to see what happens with taxes, because there's a bunch of people saying they're not paying taxes this year. And I can only imagine that is going to spike much higher even next year. So stay tuned, but that's a lot of time between now and next year. So thanks for watching to the end of the video here. I greatly appreciate it. If you want to check out some merch, I got that linked up down below. Stay warm, stay fed. I'll see you guys in the next one.